right. How's everybody doing? Y'all ready for an interview? Okay, Boys to Men, fellas, if you will come out now. Let's give it up for Boys to Men.
Hello, hello.
How y'all doing? Good. I'm good.
Somebody said, how you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, you ain't finished chewing first before you start talking, bro.
Yeah, they back there, getting the grub on real quick, change your clothes. You know what? I just got to start off by saying I'm kind of jealous here. Your mics are bling bling. Look at mine.
Oh, man.
What's wrong with this picture? Look at my mic. No,
yeah.
You've earned that mic. So, guys, first of all, I'd just like to say that was an excellent performance. Let's give it up for him again.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
And the new CD, of course, is 20.
20.
So tell us about the CD. And, of course, we know you worked with Charlie Wilson because we're playing More Than You'll Ever Know.
Yes.
Tell us how that came about and some more about the CD.
Well, one of you guys can take on the Charlie question. I'll talk about the album. 20 is a album, obviously commemorating our 20th year in the business. And it's a double CD that has, features, I guess you could say, our history as well as our present and our future, we hope. It has some of the classics redone, not too much, because we didn't want to mess with the the original feel of the actual song and upset everybody and get them, offend the people that love the original music. So, we just added little, We listen, and so we wanted to kind of just add a couple of things, maybe a harmony or two, maybe a different little melody change or something like that, but it's all the same. Like I'll Make Love to You's on it, End of the Road, Bended Knee, Four Seasons, those songs. And on the other CD is brand new stuff like the song More Than You'll Ever Know with Charlie Wilson, as well as some other features. We had Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis work on the album, Babyface, Teddy Riley, and some new artists, new producers as well. So it's just a jam-packed album filled with good old R&B music that we hope that everybody will love.
When I first got the record, I was like, okay, Boyz II Men, legendary. Charlie Wilson, legendary.
Yeah.
I was like, how did that happen? I was like, this is a hit. I don't even have to listen to it. It's got to be a hit. How did you all hook up with Charlie Wilson?
Well, throughout the course of our careers, the past 10 years, we've been actually doing a lot of shows, and we frequented a lot of the same type of shows and things like that, and caught him every now and then. We saw him at the Essence Music Festival, and after his performance, I kind of sat backstage with him and was like, yo, we got to do something together. It would be incredible, if we find the opportunity. And we started doing our album, and management and his management got together and was like, Charlie Wilson got a song that he really wants you guys to hear. And he played us a song. We loved it. And we sang it. We didn't know it was going to be the first single. We sang the song, and, we loved it. And, the powers that be, the tastemakers, chose that song as the first single. And, his schedule and our schedule is so crazy, we don't get a chance to perform it a lot together. But once we do get together and sing it, it's magic,
I can imagine. Let's give it up for the song More Than You'll Ever Know. You hear that on V101.5. Now, I know that you guys also did an album not too long ago. I think it was, 2008? It was a tribute to Motown. Was that the right year?
Yep. I think it was '08, yeah. It was called Boyz II Men Motown, A Journey Through Hitsville, USA. And, yeah, it was, I guess, a dedication to the Motown sound and those artists and that music, which we were fortunate enough to be a part of that label. When we first came out, we were signed to Motown Records, and obviously, growing up as kids, we listened to Motown from Stevie to Marvin to, all those great acts. And it was just nice to go in and do those songs that we always wanted to do. And us being singers and listening to that music, we always had ideas like, man, if I did that song, I would do this harmony with this and that whole thing. So we actually got a chance to do it, and again, just made it. We really are sensitive to remakes and covers because we know that if they're smashes for a reason. So there's no real reason to change them.
Right.
So we just try our best to just add little things to kind of like, just accentuate certain parts of the song that we like, but to not change them too much.
Right. Now, Sean, you are on a television show. You've taken off your singing hat and put on your judge hat. What's it called?
Yeah.
The Sing Off?
Yeah, it's called the Sing Off on NBC.
Let's give it up. Judge Sean.
Yeah.
So how do you like doing that?
I love
Something
it.
different?
I love it. It's actually a lot of fun to sit around and listen to amazing a cappella groups for a few hours and to judge them about it. Like, that's really the extent of the job. And it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I appreciate it. You know, we just finished our third season a couple months ago. We're coming back for a fourth. So I'm very happy about it. And, you know, make sure everybody watches it. It's going to be on this winter on NBC.
All right. Make sure you buy the album and watch the television show. Now, you know, I'm still trying to get over this whole thing with Whitney Houston. I mean, it's still unbelievable to me. I can't believe that, you know, she's passed away. She's gone on.
Shocked all of us.
Yeah, it was just so shocking. Did you all know Whitney or ever get a chance to work with her at all?
Yes, we know her. We actually met her a while ago. The relationships between artists, a lot of times we cross paths. Excuse me. We cross paths, and we you know, pay, you know, respects definitely. But Whitney was a different type of respect payer. She was like, you know, always cool, like one yay, you know what I mean? You know, and you know, you know, Brandy was like she was Brandy's, like, well, no, she was Brandy's idol. Was that how you say it? Yeah. Anyway, I'm not into the idol thing, but you know, Brandy loved her, so you know, they did the Cinderella movie together.
Right,
I was there, you know,
right.
hung out. You know, Bobby and I hung out at one of her concerts in D.C. and you know what I mean? Whitney's always been like a really, really down-to-earth, cool person. I mean, you know, beyond her issues, the issues that she has, she just still maintained a persona about her that you would look past whatever issues she was dealing with to see the love that she had in her heart, you know?
Yeah. For her to be as big of a megastar as she was, to us, she was kind of like just that aunt or that sister. That
when
she,
we gonna
that
do
she
our
really,
song?
like, you know, she, you know, besides all of her superstar fame and things of that nature, she was just so just normal when you were around her. You didn't have any superstar airs at all about her, and that was the beautiful thing. She was always genuine. She was never different. If you saw her the last time or something like that, it was always a beautiful, beautiful spirit, and always just I guess a recognizable spirit. One of those things that you know, like one of your aunts. You know, you got like a little homecoming or something, you know, and everybody's around the house. She's Auntie Whitney.
See, a lot of times also, what people have to understand is that entertainers, we're people too. You know what I mean? We have issues, we have questions that in life that we don't have the answers to. You know what I mean? And you know, we deal with things behind closed doors that nobody knows. Once we get on stage, it's time to work. So nobody who's coming to the concert to see you, you know, mope and go crazy over the things that's going on in your life. They want to get what they paid for, which is a great show. And artists hide behind, you know, a lot of the pain that they have inside to give that show. And it's kind of like almost borderline psychotic to a certain extent, you know what I mean? Because you got to hide it on stage, all that pain. And then once the show is over, everybody's screaming and yelling your name. You go backstage and then the tears start all over again. So, you know what I mean? So it's, you know, people have to understand that artists are human beings. We just have an ability to express ourselves through music or through artistry. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta know. You just gotta know that these things happen to people, not just entertainers. To people. There's somebody else who passed away under the same circumstances that we don't even know.
Right.
But it's a person, and that's the deal. You know what I mean? We just get a bad rap because we're artists. You know.
Well, amen, brother.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we know when the group started out, there were 4 of you guys. How is Mike doing? Everybody always asks about Mike. How's Mike?
He's all right. We actually saw him in January when we got the star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and we hadn't seen him for probably about 6, 7, 8 months. We actually tried to make him a part of the 20th anniversary album. But we couldn't really come to a mutual agreement on what we needed to do. and to kind of to
He
keep
couldn't
it.
come to a mutual
Yeah,
agreement
to keep
on
it-
what he needed to do.
Yeah, so, I mean, to
Real
keep it,
talk, huh?
to keep it really fair. I mean, Mike had some back issues over the years, but I mean, we as a group have always, done our best to try to keep everything as mutual as possible, no matter what the circumstances are. And in a lot of cases, over the course of 10, 15 years, Mike wasn't really carrying his weight. He wasn't doing the things he was supposed to do. He wouldn't show up for gigs. We'd have to do it with 3 people, and he'd come up with crazy excuses, and we just kind of prepared ourselves for when he would leave. So we we still care about him. We still love him. We would love for him to be back for this, but honestly, he wanted too much money and he wasn't getting it. So.
Alrighty then. You heard it here first.
Sorry.
It is what it is.
No, that happens. That happens.
I mean,
with groups.
think about it, right? Think about it. You got to understand, like, he just told, like, a whole story, right? The deal is you got to understand that, like, while things haven't always been, like, on the level for Boyz II Men, we did a, we did a drop. We did a couple of tumbles, a couple of falls, bumped into some walls, but while those things were going on, we were maintaining, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We were trying to maintain the brand, and one of the powers that be, the partners of the group, he was definitely not doing that.
The tough
part
what I mean? Is that we've been doing this for 20 years, and you guys, like we said, what you've seen of us. But Mike's literally been gone for almost 10 years. So he was only around for when things were great. When things weren't going well, he just disappeared. So like Juan said, we were struggling to keep the brand alive, to keep people interested and keep the name going. And he just wanted to come back and just relish in what we've been able to do. And, you got inflation, people losing their houses,
FICA.
the dollar's down,
That just don't
Apple's
add up.
You know what I'm saying? The numbers just they don't work. So
Wait a minute, you mean
Yeah.
that you want the same thing
I mean,
but less work?
yeah, I mean, we're not wearing the same outfits that, Roger and Rerun wore, so things change, You got to change.
Well,
But we love him.
I asked the
We love
question.
him.
But
I
with
got
all
some
that being
honesty.
said, to be very honest, just like Nate said, he's our brother. He'll always be our brother.
Yeah.
Brothers go through fights.
Yes.
Brothers go through arguments.
Yes,
Brothers go
yes.
through struggles and stuff like that. You'll never see us walk by Mike McCary in public and,
no doubt.
not say anything to him. He is our brother. We love him. He's the reason why we are at the position that we're in some extent, to some extent. And the thing is that, things just happen. People change. We're grown now. When we started, we were teenagers. Now, we're
Girlfriend over there say, yes, baby, you are grown. All right.
so
Watch out there now.
So it's one of those things where, again, family go through squabbles and things of that nature, but Michael, at the end of the day, will always be our brother, and we love him.
Well, I just want to say I'm glad that when all of that went down, you all decided to still stay together.
Definitely.
I'm happy about that. Aren't you all happy?
Thank you. Thank you.
One of those struggles that Wanye kind of touched on was actually that us staying together, and we questioned that like a lot, especially when the industry changed and let's be honest, there were a lot of radio program directors and a lot of people around the country that didn't want to play our music anymore. They thought that we were over, we're done, it's this new wave now, and it got into this corporate thing and stuff that we just didn't understand, because we were taught and we were taught that if you do this, you get this. If you work hard to do this, that, and the third, then you should get that. And one of the hardest things for us to deal with was that we didn't get that. So with all the things that we did and all of the paths that we laid for us to, because we always knew there was going to be a downside. I don't think anybody in the music industry that actually had a career ever stays on top forever. I don't care who you are. Like, there's always a drop and then you come back up. But the thing is we thought that by doing the right things, 2 people and 4 people, that we was going to get some sort of reciprocation, and it didn't happen. So we were confused. We were like, but wait, like, you said you were our friend. You said that you were not just our program director, but you was our homies and this, that, and the third. And people literally turned their backs on Boyz II Men. So we were like, wow, well, should we stay together? Like, is this it? Like, you know, we did this and now people are telling us we're done with you now. And we said, nah, we'll stay together because if we don't do it for anybody else, we're doing it for us. And this is why we're doing this. We stayed together because of us, because there was nobody else around when things went down. All we had at the end of the day was us three. Yeah. So we decided, you know what? We're going to stick it out. We're going to fight. We're going to do what we love to do. We're going to cry. We're going to scream. We're going to shout. We're going to break up 3 or 4 times, but we're always going to keep it together. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's real talk. And again, just like Wanye said, we go through life. We go through life just like everybody else. We go through issues just like everybody else. But we're taught as professionals to keep it away. So that's what we were taught to do. But, you know, we're fortunate enough to still be here. And people like you who still support us and love us for who we are and not what we're trying to be or trying to fit in to be in this format. The hell with a format. We're doing what us. We're doing us because that's what we know, and that's all we know.
It's about music. That's all.
One thing I'm glad is, you know, that you all are staying true to who you all always have been. You know, sometimes when things happen, like you said, you know, you run into, you know, circumstances, they change who they are to try to fit into a box.
Right. Yeah,
but I'm glad you all have stayed true to who you are.
Yeah, I mean, just like Sean said, there were times when we thought about it. I mean, you know, we felt that maybe we needed to change in order for people to hear what we had to say. But, I mean, you know, when you got 60 million fans that have bought into an idea, it's very difficult to try to change it in the middle. And a lot of artists tend to do that. And it's natural. Being a creative artist, you always want to try something different. You don't want to do the same things, or otherwise you wouldn't be a creative artist. And the tough part is, even when people come out with records, they come out with their first album and it's you know, it's a smash or whatnot, and then everybody's waiting on the second one. That you just don't have enough time to put everything that you put into the first one into the second one. So you're never going to get the same thing. That's why you get that sophomore jinx a lot of times. But at the end of the day, what's important is that the artist stays true to who they are and what they're about, and not try to change too far. That audience will usually be there for them. The toughest part is that there's always a funnel between the audience and the artist, whether it's the label promoting it, whether it's the radio stations playing it or whatever. You guys can't get the music, so we can't walk to your house and give it to you. We have to hand it to someone else to get it to you guys.
She said, you can come to my house. Come on over. All right, girlfriend.
You cooking?
Yeah, that's the question. Can you cook?
Can you cook healthy? All right. Organics? Nice. That'll work.
Speaking of the industry, you know, the industry has changed so much since, you know, when you all first started. Yeah. What would you say are some things that you like about the industry now and some things that you don't like about the industry?
We're going to do the reverse.
I'll do
what you like.
I'll do what I like.
Why you do what you don't like?
I mean, you all can each say, you know.
Yeah,
it's a method to it.
Like.
Oh, okay. Let me step back. Let me step back.
No, I'll tell you what I like. I like
you answer the other half.
I like the fact that the artist is empowered. I like the fact that the artist does not have to rely solely on a record label or a radio station or any type of promotion to really get where they need to get to. If they have an idea and a focus on what they want to do, the internet has allowed everyone to be who they want to be. Now, some people act like fools, but some people get out there and really start pushing and really get themselves out there, i.e. Justin Bieber. Things like that didn't happen 10 or 15 years ago. So the access that everyone in the world can see who you are and get your product in a matter of seconds is the biggest thing that I think is absolutely incredible about the music industry today.
Pow.
Okay.
I mean, I really like, honestly, I like focus on more so the musical aspect of things because I'm a music guy, and I just I look at the sound of things, you know. Everything's, to me, is sounding the same, you know what I mean? The same producers producing the same beats for different artists, and you know what I mean? It's writing the same melodies, the, you know, 4 notes in a verse. You know, it's like you got and you're like, wow, you know, that's the song, you know what I'm saying? You know, but we come from the time where we come from the yeah, I mean, we come from the time where music where songs were melody driven. You know what I mean? They were melody driven. I mean, before the music even came in, sometimes certain songs would give you the element of love. You know what I mean? And nowadays, you have that format that everybody gravitates to, and it becomes what the hit makers consider to be hits, and they play it, they push it, and it burns in their head just like anything else. It's like you teach a kid the ABCs, they learn it, they're never going to forget it. That's how it is. They play the music, they burn it in their heads, and they know the songs. They singing Laffy Taffy, don't know what the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a hit. It becomes a hit. And you know what I'm saying? But you understand? So I think Now, granted, there are some artists out right now who are maintaining the integrity of music. You have the Neos, you have the Chris Browns, you have Beyonce's, the Ushers. Certain people they're really making sure that they give a little bit of something. They still give it that the format, but they give you a little bit of something to go off of, let you know that I am a real artist. I can do this. I'm just doing this because this is what's selling. You know what I mean?
I can sing.
Yeah. But what we choose to do is, again, like driving our own lane. You know what I mean? I mean, we have a business. We have a brand. Boyz II Men is a brand, and we've built enough of this brand to be able to not need the different avenues that most artists may need. We can go overseas and for 2 months and make a significant amount of money, come back home and still tour 32 shows, 90-something shows a year, you know what I mean? So we actually are good with our brand. We feel good about it. It would be wonderful to be able to give you the music that's driving us. It would be great to be able to play those songs for you and for radio to push forward and play those songs so that you can, not even to buy it, just to feel it. You know what I mean? These songs are feeling. These songs give life. The songs that we had on the other albums, those songs became the soundtracks to our lives because we used those things to get us to the next level. Water runs dry. People didn't know how to express, that emotion at the time. They wanted to, because if they didn't want to, they wouldn't have gravitated to it. You know what I mean? I'll Make Love to You. It was the type of song that allowed you to express an intimate action without it being vulgar. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got 9-year-olds,
Yes.
you got 9 and 6-year-olds in our concerts singing I'll Make Love to You, standing right next to their mom, and they're not saying nothing because there's a difference between making love. They were created through making love, most of them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Some of them, hopefully. But you know what I'm saying is just like, you know what I mean? It's about music.
Yeah, they're not even a lot of love songs anymore. It's about, I want to get with you and what we going to do. But, it's not about love anymore.
Again, we live in, like I like to say, a push-button, instant coffee society where, everything is now. The patience is gone. Even when it comes to songwriting and lyrics, it's like, let's just really get to the point of what I want to say. I don't want to draw it out in the song. I don't want to use my brain and come up with really intricate words that would really make you think about what I'm writing. I just want to hit it. So that's what I'm writing. I want to hit it.
Yeah.
It's just easy. And you get straight to the point.
Yep.
They don't want to write love. They don't want to write, the rain is falling outside the window and I feel. They don't want to do that.
And you know what I hate too, Nate? You know what I hate is the fact that when artists tend to pull out the scapegoat as far as like, well, we're just artists. We're not your, parents, the kids' parents and things of that nature and all that other stuff. But come
Role
on.
models, yeah.
Like, but you know what though? The music has a spirit. Okay? When, the armies back in the day used to get ready for war, what did they do? They played those trumpets. So it got you into a spirit of being ready to fight. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's music. When, violins and things of that nature were playing in a beautiful room, it put you in another spirit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, music is a spirit. So when you're playing something in a radio station where millions of kids are listening at the same time, that's a spirit being pushed onto them. So the thing is that whenever someone says, well, I'm just a singer, I'm not a role model, that's irresponsible. that's being irresponsible because that's just a cop-out to basically say, I just want to do what I want to do, get my money, and get the heck up out of here. When they know, you see it, you've seen the kids regurgitating a lot of the lyrics that are on in these songs and things of that nature, and actually trying to use those approaches, like I want to hit it approach. You know what I'm saying? But what they heard on their favorite rapper or singer, whatever, to a girl and things of that nature, and it's crazy because it's perpetuating this type of mood, you know, in kids that grow up that make them feel like, well, I can do that, and make girls say, well, I can wear that because she did it. You know what I'm saying? Or I can sing this because she sang it. You know what I'm saying? So it creates that type of energy. Music is a spirit, ladies and gentlemen. Like, don't get that twisted.
But also, we have to realize again, is, you know, like anything, artistry is about art. You know, it's about what's inside of you, pulling those things out. Depending on what it is that you're pulling out, it's all about what's selling. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I always use the analogy of sketching, pencil art. You can't hang pencil art up in a gallery. You can, but it's not going to sell. Once you put the color on it, that is what you hang in a museum. That's what music is supposed to represent. The song begins with a sketch. You know, we add the color, and then we allow those songs to come out, and you hang them in the museum of your hearts. And that spirit it stays with you. But if you don't have the color, then it's not going to stay with you. And gone are the long-lasting songs like End of the Road and I'll Make Love to You, the songs that you're going to remember 20 years later, and your kids are going to be singing it. Gone are those songs because there's no color in the painting anymore.
I got a question.
There'll never be any legendary artists ever built in our lifetime ever again.
Speaking of that,
we don't have the patience.
Yeah, check this out. I want to ask y'all a question. I want to ask y'all a question real quick. Have you guys ever been to, like, you guys' reunions, high school reunions or anything like that? All right, so when you go to your high school reunion, your 10, 20, 30 year, whatever, you go and you hang out, and the DJ, you know, is playing songs at that period, right? And y'all are all back there, y'all drinking, y'all having fun, down, 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 down. You know what I mean? Frankie Bev, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it basically takes you back to that time. Let me ask you a question. What are the kids going to listen to in 10 years after high school? What artist is going to come? What artist is going to mark their period in time? You understand what I'm saying? Like, who? Like, how many artists that, like, the DJ got to have a stack of records a mile high, because we live on a basis of just singles and things of that nature. There's no careers anymore. There's no artist being created to have a career. So the thing is that in 10 years in high school, like, what they gonna rock to?
Well, the tough part about it is that we got to get used to it. I know it sucks, but it's not going to change. I mean, we're not going to get any more legendary artists. We're not going to get any. We'll get some songs with substance thrown in here and there, but for the most part, I mean, it's not. I always believe that music is a reflection of society. Society moves too fast. There is no patience. I mean, when you get schools telling you that we're about to take physical handwriting out of the schools because no one uses it anymore and everyone types on a computer, you've got to really recognize what's happening right now. We're about to lose the only form of communication that we ever had, and it happens throughout history. I mean, we don't write on rocks anymore either. So eventually it's going to go away, but a lot of times, I'm only saying this because a lot of times we tend to try to hold on to the past and we get lost in the future because we don't embrace it. We have to try to embrace it and take what's good from it and use the good part of it and let the rest of it alone, because it's not going to go away.
Okay. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out into the audience and take a few questions. Just a few.
Sorry about talking so much. We like to talk.
Oh, no, we like this. Don't we like this? So if you have a question, raise your hand. All right, here. Please stand up and give us your name.
Hi, I'm Sherry. I was just asking, you were talking about new talent. Do you all do any searching or monitoring or anything for new talent?
Well, we used to, but again, we're only going to find what we do. We're only going to look for the type of artists that we like. And with us having our own struggles, it's kind of tough to try to put somebody else in that position. I even got some family members that can sing, and they're like, yeah, well, why can't you help so-and-so out? Because I got my own issues. I mean, no, seriously. I mean, if it was 1994 when things was really rolling like for Boyz II Men like it should, I mean, we could get all y'all record deals. Everybody in here could have a record deal. But it didn't. today is about, relevancy. People feel like if you're not the guy on the MTV Awards and you're not on the BET Awards and you're not getting this and that, nobody really wants to pay much attention to it. So it's very tough for us to even keep ourselves afloat, let alone try to bring other artists in under the umbrella. Thank you.
Another question over here. Okay, your name?
Lanicia, one question. What is your highlight of your career? Each one of you.
I would say the highlight of our career, to me, would be the most recent, was the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It immortalizes the name, the brand Boyz II Men, and it allows people to, when we're gone, and our kids and kids, you can walk down that street and see, that this was daddy, this was grandpops, you know what I'm saying? Or, but I think that a major highlight is, really still being here 20 years later, you know what I mean? Still being able to do this.
Okay, I see a gentleman over here. Sir, what's your name?
Mario Robinson. Hey, I want to know, where do you guys think that a cappella music is going? I know that that type of music, and without the instruments and everything, really show your true talent. And I see it a lot, but I'm not sure really where it's going.
Well, that's why you got to support shows like the Sing Off that's on NBC. So, because it features and it highlights a cappella music. A lot of people don't know that that's one of the oldest forms of music. And there are a lot of people, not just older people, but younger people and all types of groups that are out here and that actually sing a cappella music. But it's just like anything else. If one doesn't support it, then it's not going to get its just due. And thankfully, there's a show like The Sing Off now that features and highlights those artists. And hopefully, what you guys support, it'll get more and more attention, and it'll bring those groups who are out there right now doing their thing and actually selling out shows and doing performances and things of that nature. It'll bring that music and those artists to the forefront.
And also, you got to think about, it's really up to, it's up to the powers that be. It's up to the radio. During the time when Boyz II Men came out with It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday, acapella hadn't been heard on the radio for like years, like major, you know what I mean? And, radio stations at the time, they took a chance. They put forth that effort to say, look, we believe in this song. This is different. This will change music, you know what I mean? This will make it so that, it'll give a rest to the ears from, the synthesizers and things like that. It'll allow you to hear the true value of vocal. And they took a chance with us, and it worked. It's up to the powers that be. Because you got great a cappella singers, great a cappella artists. They got albums and everything, but if nobody's playing it, then you're never going to hear it. You're going to have to just search for it. And, you can find it, but it's not going to, reach that level that people who love a cappella would want it to reach,
Do we have a question here? Okay. Your name, please?
I go by the name of Chris Knight. I got a song on the radio here in Jacksonville called Teddy Bear. And basically, I was raised off your music. I'm 23 years old from Cleveland. And basically, I have a song. If you could tell me what you think about it. Just a little bit.
Businessman, right in the middle of the interview.
Just a little bit.
Making moves in the middle of the interview.
Just a little bit. I'm repping Duval.
Hey, if they allow you, go ahead, man.
Yeah, you can come see me afterwards and give me the CD, and I'll get you to them. Oh, you want to sing it now? Oh.
All right.
I'm trying to find what's wrong with you. So tell me what you want to do. You're hurting, but I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Been contemplating and waiting on something better. But girl, you're looking too far, 'cause it's right in front of you. I know he hurt you, but I'm here. Time to set the mood, the best to do. Baby girl, it's all on you. Stop wasting time, 'cause baby girl, I need you. Tonight is yours, so take your time, won't be no. Are you ready for whatever? I hope you're ready, 'cause I'm here. And the night is still young. For the man that did you wrong. See, I'm gonna be your medicine. saying, he not, I'm gonna be a better man, I know. No, you're sick of bitter love and just lust.
All right, let's give it up.
What do y'all think?
Yeah, what y'all think?
What y'all think, Mr. Sing-Off
Well,
Man?
I tell you,
You're the judge.
but I tell you what though, it's funny, but it's really more important what you guys think. Because if he wants to sell it, you guys will be the ones that's buying it. So that's why we always say it's about the audience, it's about the fans. I mean, don't lose your power. You guys control it.
Yeah.
Okay, we have somebody right here. Stand up, please. Your name?
Latrell.
Hi, Latrell.
Hello. I was wondering if you could do me a favor. There's a young lady over there. Her birthday is today, and mine was Thursday. So do you all mind singing happy birthday to us? I want to come up there, though.
Okay.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to y'all.
All righty.
All right, we're going to take one more question over here. This is our last question. Okay. Oh, right here. Okay. What's your name?
My name is Taralis, man. And I just want to
What's
say, I grew up during the time when you first came out. I'm 33, so that put me in like middle school when you came out. And let me tell, I'm from Louisiana. But let me tell you how many quartets developed and was trying to perfect those harmonies, those falsettos, and like Wanye's runs. I mean, dude, I can't tell you how many times I rewind your music, Sean, too, trying to practice those runs. And I agree with you. The artistry is out of it. I mean, those songs with those 4 notes, you know what I mean? You can hear it. And Chris Brown, too. Any of them. It ain't no more real singers. So I just want to say, dude, thank you. You know what I mean? For, like, those harmonies and that real music.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Boyz II Men.
I think you got one more right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where? Right here? You got to come on.
We know that wasn't a
Girlfriend is
question. Why you have to put
serious.
him on blast like that? If it wasn't a question.
What's your name?
See,
My name is
you
Phaedra
ain't right.
Jones. I'm not right.
Yeah, you put him on blast. We knew it
That
wasn't a
wasn't
question.
so I wanted to ask a question.
But you ain't have to say that.
Well, that was the last time.
You could have just said, "Can I have one more
Can
question?"
I take a picture with you guys?
Yeah, I think
We're going to take pictures later, but do you have a question?
My
See?
question is, I understand that you all had your own struggles through your life.
Yeah.
How did you all manage to stay grounded?
Well, Christ. Yeah, Christ is the key, and it started very early in our homes. You know what I'm saying? Our parents made sure that they were there. I mean, that sounds really odd, but a parent being there today is not like normal. And I can only speak for that because I unfortunately was in a not so good situation where I've just finally gained custody of my 15-year-old son. So I understand when you want to be there and you can't be there. So the things that keep us grounded is our faith and our family. They always give us something to drive for and something to believe in, and they give us another reason to do it other than the fact that, you fans love it and the fact that we love it. We have those people behind us that really, push us along and let us know that we're not doing it for absolutely no reason. So that's kind of what keeps us here.
Okay, let's give it up for Boyz II Men. Okay, what we're going to do right now, they're going to go back to the green room, and they're going to come back out and do some group photos. You will not be able to have individual photos. We're
better Photoshop the other people out.
Yes.
It's going to be a minute.
Okay, so we're going to ask them to go back to the green room, and then we're going to...
Thanks, everybody.